By now you would have seen this type of video.
Mushrooms. Okay, so 66% found lasting relief years.
It's like 1,000 hours of therapy.
All over your feed. But nobody's talking about this catch. Psychedelic research has exploded in the last few years for the treatment of mental illness like depression, anxiety, or PTSD. The way psychedelic therapies are currently being proposed is on a psychotherapy setting, which means a patient has to come into clinic and be guided before, during, and after dosing by a medical professional. And although there's very promising results shown by this, it is not something that will be accessible to everyone, as it is a multi-hour process and arguably very expensive. And given the fact 1 in 8 American adults and 1 in 7 Australians are on an antidepressant, it is not going to be a solution for everyone, and this is where Psylo comes in. The scientists behind Psylo have rethought of this entire process. Inspired by nature, they're using some pretty cool computational chemistry to get all the good stuff without any of the bad stuff. Let me explain. Psychedelic compounds act on a serotonin receptor called 5-HT2A. Yes, it's a mouthful. Now, for the longest time, we have thought of receptors as on or off switches. In this case, turning on the 5-HT2A receptor causes a range of good results, but also a host of very famously not so great things. And the reason why psychedelic drugs have been controlled substances for a very long time. But Psylo believes we can get all the good things without the bad things. Psylo is trying to identify compounds that are very similar to the naturally occurring psychedelics, but activate the serotonin receptor in just the right way so you don't get any of the hallucinogenic or negative effects. They have identified a range of compounds with very promising results in the preclinical setting and are on their way on making psychedelic therapies accessible for all. Now, what's even more exciting is that psychedelic compounds have not only been shown to have short-term beneficial effects, but to be able to open critical learning periods in the brain that allow it to rewire. That gives us hope that perhaps in future, mental illness like depression is not only a condition we manage, but hopefully we can cure. What do you think?